Welcome along and welcome back to Ponds Forge International Centre for our latest round of finals here. Tonight we have finals in women's 100 metres freestyle, men's 200 metres backstroke, women's 400 metres individual medley, men's 50 metres freestyle and women's 50 metres backstroke. And that's all coming up after we go down to poolside and hear from our venue announcer, Matt McNicholas.
Good evening, hello and welcome to day 6 of the Speedo Aquatics GB Next Gen Swimming Championships 2026 live from the incredible Ponds Forge International Sports Centre in Sheffield. We have loads of racing as ever. Tonight we will crown 26 new Next Gen champions. Our first event, the women's 100 metres freestyle, gets underway in just 15 minutes time. But as we've done every day this week, we're going to announce the winner of our British Swimming Coaches Association Coach of the Day Award for yesterday. And I'm delighted to announce our winner as from Stratford Sharks, Kim Mortimer. Kim, hello.
Hi, Matt.
How are you, Kim? Doing well?
I'm good.
Very good, very good, very good. Now, Kim, I wanted to ask you about your programme first. Obviously, Stratford is a little club in the West Mids. Kind of walk me through how many swimmers you have, how much access to water time you have, and how long you've been involved in the club.
So we have about 211 members. I checked that actually yesterday to double check. We have a range from academy all the way up to masters. I've been in the club for quite a long time. I started kind of swimming there myself, went through all the different ranks and then ended up as kind of head coach. Our top squad has about 15 hours of pool time and then 1 hour of land training.
Okay, cool. And the reason really for your Coach of the Day award yesterday, the first race goes, it's the 200 breaststroke. Harry comes in as one of your swimmers and from such a tiny club is able to achieve national success at just 14 years old. How have you prepared Harry in order to enable him to have that success? And you must be so proud of him.
Yeah, really proud actually. So Harry has ADHD, so we have to do things slightly different. So a lot of concise communication, making sure that he knows what he's doing, where he needs to be. And in this kind of environment that's very loud and very different to what we're used to, he really benefits from that. So in terms of me, I just have to make sure that he knows what he's doing, where he needs to be, a little bit more than, you know, other swimmers that I've got. But leading up to the kind of champs, we've just been doing a lot of drills, a lot of kick, and just making him feel comfortable after his massive growth spurt that he had kind of in May, which was a little bit tricky to manage, really.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much, Kim, for giving us that insight, and congratulations, everybody. Kim Mortimer, your coach of the day. Well, we are just a few moments away now from all the races getting underway. That women's 100 freestyle, as I say, is just now about 10 minutes away. Stick around. See you soon.
European Championships in Paris next month. You're not going to want to miss any of the action, and you can watch it for free on aquaticsgb.com or Eurovision Sport.
Thank you, Freya Anderson. Yes, you can watch the European Aquatics Championships from Paris. They will be live and free on aquaticsgb.com and Eurovision Sports. All of the competitions begin on July the 31st with diving and artistic swimming. The open water begins on the 4th of August and runs to the 8th. And the pool swimming, that begins on the 10th of August and it's a week of competition until the 16th. So if at the end of this week of live swimming, you find you're missing your fix, well, there'll be plenty of action coming up live and free on aquaticsgb.com and Eurovision Sports. So please take advantage of that. There'll be senior debuts in major internationals for swimmers who were in this Next Gen Championships in the last couple of years. Philip Nowacki will be there, Theodora Taylor, Amelie Smith. And we have 3 swimmers who are here this week competing, who will also be there in Paris. Alex Cahoon, Rio Dowdu, and I'm pleased to say joining us for this final session to join us in the commentary booth, we have Josh Gammon. Josh, good evening, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very good, very good. So, how about this week of competition? What have you thought of what's happened in the pool here at Ponds Forge so far this week?
Yeah, well, it's absolutely great. Sheffield is such an awesome pool. Lots of fast swimming. It's a fast pool. Still got a few days left, so looking forward to seeing some fast swimming tonight.
And yourself in the pool, what did you thought of your own swims?
Yeah, so I started off with the 100 fly yesterday, just a bit of race prep for me. Euros is the main test for this summer. Just kind of going through my processes. 100 yesterday, got my 50 tomorrow, and that'll be me up until I've got 2.5 weeks now, and I leave for Paris.
What are the processes you were focusing on this week? What are there things you've done and you thought, I've got that absolutely perfect, and there are a few things I just want to tweak? Is that where you're at now?
Oh, that's actually top secret. No,
yeah,
I'm joking.
Well,
no, of course not.
I appreciate that.
I'm only joking. Yeah, no, it's just kind of like those little things, really, like nailing your dives, your underwaters, your turns, just like trying to fine tune those little bits, and then you'll get like that back end pace from a taper, that front end speed, kind of. You know, you're just practicing the little things as much as possible.
So the taper begins after this week?
Yeah, so I'll finish off the rest of this week in a little bit of work, and then I start race prep as of Monday.
Right, and what will taper feel like? How much are you reducing the amount of distance you do in the pool when it comes to the taper?
So for me, it's not too much. So this week I'm on about 45k. I might go down to about 38, 36, and then to the low 30s, but nothing too much really.
Okay, so what are you hoping to achieve when it comes to swimming in Paris? Is it about fast times? Is it about other things? What have you set your sights on? Personal goals?
Of course, it's always about swimming fast, and that is our goal at the end of the day, to set personal best. You know, come away with medals and finals, and you know, representing Great Britain to the highest standard. But for most of us now, it's about that 2 years time in LA, and just using this as a stepping stone to gain that international experience, and you know, put forward to LA 2028.
These championships have led to a lot of swimmers like yourself going on to represent Great Britain at the top level. How important a stepping stone are these championships in your opinion?
Oh, so important. Probably one of the most important competitions. My first British Nationals was back up in Glasgow, where the Commonwealth Games are being held back in 2019, and that was the start of my swimming career, and kind of ever since then this has been a stepping stone in my season. You know, no matter whether that was Europeans or like a Worlds. So this is so important for every swimmer.
And when you were 13, 14, how were you performing in these level of championships?
Well, actually, I was a bit of a late bloomer. So my first British Nationals, I was 16 years old. So obviously, that is still very young. But for most swimmers here, you know, we've got 13, 14-year-olds in finals now. Whereas I was towards the upper end of that. So yeah, it was always a massive competition for me, and to be a part of it was something special.
I think that's an important message to send out to people who are watching here. You can be in the finals when you're 13, 14, 15. There are no guarantees that you will go on and progress to the top level. It can happen for some people, but there are swimmers who won't even be qualifying at that age for these championships, and yet, just like you, they start qualifying when they're that little bit older. And then as a senior athlete, as you are now, there's a whole different pathway and a whole different world of opportunities that open up, and that's where you're at.
Yeah, of course. I think it's so important for younger swimmers to just be patient. You all have your own trajectory, and for me that was a little bit later on, and you know, I stuck with it. I loved it, and I'm very fortunate to be in the position that I'm in now. But it was because I stuck at it. I had a good support network, friends, family, obviously super important. But at the end of the day, it's just about being patient, and if you love it, you know, so what, stick it out.
Was there a moment when you look back on that journey when you suddenly something just set off inside you, and you had that passion, and you thought, wow, I really enjoy the training, I enjoy the competition, whatever it is that made you step up? Because obviously something did cause you to step up. Nobody gets to where you are without training really, really hard, and you don't train really, really hard without having the passion. So do you remember that moment where it arrived for you?
Yeah, of course. I've always enjoyed working really hard. I think that's kind of what kind of set me aside from most people when I was a bit younger. Is I enjoyed that pain. It's kind of, and I still do to this day. But I think that is it. My first British Nationals, it was just like, you know what, you do have a chance. You know, you've made it to the British Championships, and that's one of the hardest things. And from there, it's almost easier in a way. You know, you've made it. You're in the top whatever percent of either your age group or your open. And it's just, I just think it's exciting to know that you're different. You're set aside from normal people. So I definitely say that my first British Championships must have been, you know, that starting on that upward spiral.
That was when you were 16?
Yeah.
And how did you perform at those championships? Which events did you swim?
So I swam all the butterflies, still do to this day. So I got silver in all 3 events. I was, you know, very fortunate to obviously have that motivation because I was on the podium every time I swam. And I think, it's just, you know, medals at the end of the day aren't everything, but it does help. It helps motivate you, and you know, it helps show that, you know, maybe you do have something special, and to, you know, explore that is even more exciting.
So you're off to the European Championships, 2.5 weeks away. At what point do you move over there? How far before the competition do you get yourself in the host city? We
travel on the 7th of August, and as you mentioned before, competition for us starts on the 10th. My 50 butterfly is first event on the 10th, and then I'm up on the 12th. So looking forward to hopefully making it through the rounds, semis, finals, and then hopefully relays towards the end of the week.
Do you know much about the pool that you're swimming in? You've ever been there before?
No, I didn't. Unfortunately not. I missed out on the Paris Olympics by 0.1 of a second.
It's not the same pool though.
Is it not?
No, well the pool they used for the Olympics was built into a rugby stadium.
Oh, I see.
You'll be swimming
there we go.
in another venue.
There we go. So maybe no one's swam on it before. So maybe the advantage is no one's. But yeah, it's you know, it's as different as the environment can be. You know, at the end of the day, it's still water. You know, we've still got our own lane. We've still got, you know, just as much of a chance as if we were to swim in Sheffield. So, you know, my parents are coming out, which is absolutely amazing. So, you know, we'll have some of the crowd behind us cheering us on, and you know, screaming for Great Britain.
Well, the very best of luck, and I'm sure everybody watching wishes you the best of luck as well. And I'll remind everyone who's watching, it's live and free. It's on aquaticsgb.com and Eurovision Sport. So please take advantage of that service, and you can cheer Josh Gammon on and all of the other Great Britain athletes. And we hope you really do amazingly well in Paris. Right, we're just about ready to start with our finals. Our officials are coming out onto the pool side. Our first finals, women's 100 metres freestyle. And just give us an idea of what it takes to swim a good 100 metres freestyle. Josh, do you get in there and just blast it as far as you're concerned for the full length, or is there a little bit more of a nuance to a good 100 free?
Yeah, listen, I think it's interesting. 100 freestyle is definitely a sprint event, but you know, it requires some form of strategy. Some people do go out fast and just hold on. Some people tend to go out a little bit slower and work that back end. But that's the exciting thing, you know. These girls are so young that they can really start to experiment with that. What suits them best, you know. At the end of the day, if you're looking up to people and they're swimming it one way, you know, that doesn't necessarily have to suit you. So yeah, it's a perfect opportunity to just test what works for you.
And do you do that? Do you watch other people swimming at the very, very highest level at say the Olympic Games and think, I'd like to emulate the way they do it? Actually, I'm just going to introduce the athletes. I'll come back to you on that question, because we've got our first finalist. Women's 13, 14 years, 100 metres freestyle final. And our swimmers will be coming out in just a moment. Actually, we're just getting the crowd into the right mood. I'll ask you that question again, Josh. Do you watch people at the top level and you think, oh, that's the way I'd like to swim my events?
Absolutely, and I think you have to. You know, to be the best, you've got to beat the best. And I think it's really important to, you know, almost study your opponents. And I think for me to want to beat these guys, I have to know how they swim it. I'm someone who likes to stick to my race strategy, but you need to know at the end of the day, if I'm swimming next to someone like Noah Ponte, who is an unbelievable athlete and an unbelievable swimmer, I need to be aware that if he's going to go out a lot quicker than I am, that I just stick to my racecraft, I let him go, and then I come back at him.
I'll say good luck again. Let's introduce our finalists then. Women's 13-14 years, 100 metres freestyle. Lane 9 is Olivia Daniel for Verulam. Lane 0, Maya Orphanidis for Chelsea and Westminster. Lane 8 is Evie Donaldson for City of Newport Swimming and Water Polo. Lane 1, Freya Tyndale for City of Sunderland. Lane 7, Summer Chirita for Repton Swimming. Lane 2 is Rin Mayo for Camden Swiss Cottage. Lane 6, Maddie Markle for Guildford City. Lane 3, Molly McGinley for Repton Swimming. Lane 5, Helena Ashby for Taunton Dean. And lane 4 is Effie Chapman for Nova Centurion. 4 of these swimmers swam sub 60 seconds in the heats. Of course, they're in the middle lanes. Molly McGinley, Maddie Markle, Helena Ashby and Effie Chapman. Effie 58.78 this morning, and Effie is one of those swimmers who goes out very fast. I think it's a challenge for everybody else in this final to try and keep up with her in lane 4 over this first 50. It's the women's 13-14 years 100 metres freestyle final. The finalists are Olivia Daniel, Evie Donaldson, Summer Chirita, Maddie Markle, Helena Ashby, Effie Chapman, Molly McGinley, Rin Mayo, Freya Tyndale and Maya Orphanidis. Effie Chapman in lane 4, and she's not in the lead at the moment because in lane 3 I think it's Molly McGinley, and maybe even in lane 2 Rin Mayo who will turn first. It's Mayo, then McGinley, and then Markle, followed by Tyndale, Chapman and Orphanidis. It's Rin Mayo then in lane 2 in the white cap, still in the leads with Molly McGinley second, and in third at the moment Maddie Markle and maybe Effie Chapman coming back. Markle and Chapman look like they're fighting it out for bronze, and maybe they can catch Molly McGinley, but it's going to be Rin Mayo to take the gold medal. Rin Mayo's PB 59.24, it's a huge PB. 57.49 seconds. Wow, incredible from Rin Mayo. She's already won the 200 metres butterfly gold this week, and that's her second gold medal. Never swum under 59 seconds before. 57.49 to take the gold. The silver medal, Molly McGinley, and look at that, 9 swimmers under 60 seconds. Absolutely brilliant. Molly McGinley under 58. That's a new PB. She'd never swum under 59 before. And Maddie Markle gets the bronze in 58.27. What a race. Incredible stuff.
Yeah, that was absolutely unbelievable. Rin Mayo, that's almost a 2-second PB.
Yeah,
that
in a 100 freestyle where there's not much room to improve.
She came back like an absolute train, breathing every 2 and every 4 on that last 50. That was very, very impressive.
Brilliant. So Rin Mayo with her second gold medal of these championships. We are going back down to the pool and we will introduce our finalists for the women's 15 years 100 metres freestyle. And in lane 9 we have Dalton Guy for City of Sheffield. Lane 0, Autumn Claxton for Stockport Metro. Lane 8, Alana Henry for Killer Wales. Lane 1, Layla Waring for West Dorset. Lane 7 is Freya Cox for Norwich Swan. Lane 2, Malaika Azana Ball for City of Leeds. Lane 6, Viana Sefi for City of Salford. Lane 3, Heidi Corbett for Guildford City. Lane 5 is Amy Langer for Atlantis. And our fastest qualifier, lane 4 for Guildford City, Poppy McCready. Poppy's a fast starter. 58 seconds, under 58 seconds in the heats. All of these swimmers went under 60 in the heats. But Malaika Azarnabal in lane 2 is probably the strongest of these swimmers on the way back. So Malaika Azarnabal probably has the strongest second half. If she's up with the leaders in any way after 50 metres, she is right in this race. And Malaika was the gold medal winner in 200 freestyle and 200 metres IM. This is the women's 15 years 100 metres freestyle final. Our finalists are Don Givo, Alana Henry, Freya Cox, Viana Sefi, Amy Langer, Poppy McCready, Heidi Corbett, Malaika Azarnabal, Layla Waring and Autumn Claxton. And I mentioned Malaika Azarnabal in lane 2. She's slipped back here. If she's going to come back, she's got an awful lot of work to do, but she does have a really good second 50. Lane 4, leading after 50 is Poppy McCready, and then it's Heidi Corbett. Azarnabal turning in 8th. Viana Sefi was 3rd there, then it's Amy Langer, Layla Waring, Autumn Claxton. Going well in 3rd now then is Viana Sefi. Our leader is Poppy McCready. It's McCready, then Heidi Corbett, and then Viana Sefi. I'm not sure that Amy Langer in 5 is going to catch up. These 3 are going to win the medals. It's McCready and Corbett 1st and 2nd with Sefi 3rd, and McCready 57.47 is a half-second PB. Her previous best was 57.93. So that's a lifetime best in the final to win the gold medal. Heidi Corbett 57.61. That's a new personal best, brilliant. Viana Sefi never been under 58 seconds until this swim, 57.69 to get the bronze medal.
Yeah, well, that was absolutely awesome again. Some very quick girls coming through. Poppy swimming that a bit differently to the final beforehand, going out a lot faster and holding on for that second 50.
Really brilliant, and to get an enormous PB in the final.
Absolutely, PBs are everything.
Absolutely brilliant. Into the women's 16 years 100 metres freestyle final. Lane 9 is Sadie Roberts for Mount Kelly. Lane 0, Naomi Rose Conde for Bishop Stortford. Lane 8, Lily Mundell for Heart of Midlothian. Lane 1 is Daisy Shan Palmer for Atlantis. Lane 7, Maya Al-Mohammed for Repton. Lane 2, Lydia Cordell for Repton. Lane 6, Erin Perman for Exeter City. Lane 3, Amelia Wright for Harrogate District. Lane 5, Carey Sullivan for City of Manchester Aquatics. And lane 4, Kate Schillinger for Repton. Now we've got to keep an eye on lane 9 here, Sadie Roberts. So she qualifies in 10th place, but she got into this final via a swim-off. In the heat, she swam 59.18, but in the swim-off, 58.02, and that would make her the 3rd fastest qualifier for this final. So that's Sadie Roberts on the far side in lane 9. This is the women's 16 years, 100 metres freestyle final. Our finalists are Sadie Roberts, Lily Mundell, Maya Al-Mohammed, Erin Perman, Carey Sullivan, Kate Schillinger, Amelia Wright, Lydia Cordell, Daisy Shan Palmer, and Naomi Rose Conde. So it looks like Carey Sullivan out fast. Daisy Shan Palmer, Lydia Cordell in lane 2 is a fast finisher, but she's turning 8th there. So leading the way at the turn, it was Amelia Wright, then Carey Sullivan and Kate Schillinger. And at this point in the race, Josh, people have got to get their head down and breathe as little as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the legs are going to be starting to burn right now. The arms, everything's absolutely screaming at you. So it's just about holding on, getting your head down, and just spinning those arms.
Amelia Wright looks like she's going to win this one in lane 3, or is she? Yes, she does. 56.97 ahead of Kerry Sullivan in 57 dead. And then Kate Schillinger in 57.22. There's our winner, Amelia Wright, waving at her family over on the far side. 56.97. Another PB there by over a third of a second in the final. You need PBs to win medals, don't you, in these finals?
You absolutely do, and you could not split any of those girls at 50 meters there. That was a free for all. That was absolutely awesome.
And what's it like being in a race like that? Are you panicking? Are you thinking this is my chance?
Yeah, absolutely. I think in situations like that you have to back yourself, and I think that's what lane 3 did. That's what Amelia did, which is absolutely awesome. I think, like I said before, everything's screaming at you, and you just got to get your head down and touch the wall first.
Very impressive. Let's introduce the finalists for the women's 17-18 years 100 meters freestyle. In lane 9, Rachel Holgate for Crawley. Lane 0, Abigail McInerney for City of Glasgow swim team. Lane 8, Amy Hempenstall for Guildford City. Lane 1, Kiana Kurtzer for Warren de Baths. Lane 7, Alice Young for Leatherheads. Lane 2, Charlotte Gower for City of Coventry. Lane 6, Annabelle Compton for Wickham District. Lane 3 is Phoebe Cooper for City of Sheffield Swim Squads. Lane 5, Ellie Fries for Guildford City. And the fastest qualifier for City of Brighton Hove in lane 4, Hannah Capron. Hannah's time in the heats, 55.05. And that was a second and 3/4 quicker than Ellie Fries, who is our second fastest qualifier in lane 5. Hannah tends to go out fast in lane 4. The fast finishes among this group of swimmers are in lanes 2 and 1, Charlotte Gower and Kiana Kurtzer. Hannah Capron in lane 4 has won a bronze medal this week in 100 breast and a silver in 200 free. This is the women's 17-18 years 100 meters freestyle final. So our finalists are Rachel Holgate, Amy Hempenstall, Alice Young, Annabelle Compton, Ellie Fries, Hannah Capron, Phoebe Cooper, Charlotte Gower, Kiana Kurtzer and Abigail McInerney. And we've got some really good starts in the middle of the pool there. Leading the way in lane 3 and 4, Phoebe Cooper and Hannah Capron. And I think Phoebe Cooper probably has got into this race thinking she's got to be up with Hannah Capron at halfway. And that's exactly what she's done. Now it's a question of whether she can hold on in there, but Hannah Capron is finishing strongly.
Yeah, Hannah's coming back really well here, breathing every 2, using those legs.
It's going to be between Hannah Capron, Phoebe Cooper and Ellie Fries for the medals then. And there's a strong finish for Annabelle Compton, but it's Capron in 55.01, even quicker than she swam in the morning's swim by 4/100ths of a second. City of Brighton and Hove swimmer then taking the gold medal.
And another PB.
Yeah, well that's true. 55.05. And how good does it feel to swim faster in the final than in the heat?
Oh, absolutely brilliant. Just swimming PBs in general is an on top of the world feeling. So for these girls to be doing it at the end of their season, they must be absolutely over the moon.
Phoebe Cooper gets the silver medal, 55.75, and Annabelle Compton the bronze, 56.28. Ellie Fries missing out on the bronze by 3/100ths of a second. Very, very close. Down to the pool then for women's 19 years and over 100 meters freestyle final. And our finalists starting in lane 9. It's B. Jones for the University of Birmingham. Lane 0, Isabella Jones for Nofio Sirgar. Lane 8, Charlotte Berry for City of Sheffield Swim Squads. Lane 1, Scarlett Major for Swansea University Swimming Team. Lane 7, Paige van der Vesthuizen for University of Stirling. Lane 2, Isabella Acaro for the University of Birmingham. Lane 6, Jessica Smelt for Loughborough University. Lane 3, Jessica Podger for University of Bath. Lane 5, Bethan Cook, City of Birmingham. And lane 4, fastest qualifier for Mount Kelly, is Sky Carter. Much like the previous final, we have an outstanding swim from the heat. Sky Carter, 55.44, 1.3 seconds quicker than anyone else. Sky's got a PB of 54.78. I wonder if we can get close to that in this final. That would be 3/4 of a second quicker than she swam in the heats. She's the last one to be ready in lane 4, and she's going to be the one to watch here in this final. It's the women's 19 years and over 100 metres freestyle. Our finalists are B. Jones, Charlotte Berry, Paige van der Vesthuizen, Jessica Smelt, Bethan Cook, Sky Carter, Jessica Podger, Isabella Acaro, Scarlett Major and Isabella Jones. And Sky Carter straight out into the leads.
Yeah, great start by those middle lanes, and Isabella Acaro in lane 2. Very good start.
Yep, Isabella right up there. She's going to turn in second. And Bethan Cook in 5 in third there. So it's Sky Carter and Isabella Acaro in second place. Isabella's got a PB of 55.76. So could we get under 56 seconds for Isabella and maybe under 55 for Sky Carter? It's going to be close. Sky Carter breathing in the last 5 into the wall then. 54.91. Almost on top of her PB, only 13/100 slower than her PB. So that is one of her greatest ever swims there. Sky Carter, I think she's reasonably happy with that.
Yeah, she's got to be happy with that. She had a big smile on her face. Can't ask for more than that.
54.91 to win, then over a second between our first and second. Isabella Acaro takes the silver medal and just outside her PB, but she got under 56 seconds, which was great. Jessica Podger coming through to finish in third. I think Jessica was 8th at the halfway turn, so what a finish that was in the final 50.
Absolutely, like we spoke about earlier, it's all about the tactics and how everyone has their own way of swimming things. And Jess just pulled through on that last 50 meters and made it happen. And she's on the podium tonight.
Yeah, she's obviously backed herself there. Right now, the women's mixed classification 100 meters freestyle final. Lane 9, Amelia Coburn for Blackpool Aquatics. Lane 0 is Olivia Patterson for University of Aberdeen Performance. Lane 8 is Rebecca Hardy-Bishop for Crawley. Lane 1, Eliza Humphrey for Swansea University. Lane 7, Victoria Orlandi for Chelsea and Westminster. Lane 2, Scarlett Humphrey for Loughborough University. Lane 6, Imogen Dodds for Northampton. Lane 3, Tia Johnson for Newcastle Swim Team. Lane 5, Amber Haycock for Northampton Swimming Club. And in lane 4, it's Callie Ann Warrington for Hackney Anaconda. So the swimmers here in different classifications. We have S10 swimmers in lanes 0, 3, 4 and 5. S11s in 1 and 2 and 8. They are the visually impaired swimmers. We have S13 Imogen Dodds in lane 6, S12 Victoria Alandi in 7, and Amelia Coburn S7 in lane 9. Remember, it's the points that determine the winners. So everybody's swimming against their own scale for their own classification, and it's the points that will decide the medal winners and the rankings at the end of the race. You will see the rankings live as the swimmers touch the wall. So even though the times won't necessarily be in the same order as the points, you will see on the pool, the graphics show you their positions. All will become clear as you swim the women's mixed classification 100 meters freestyle final. Our finalists are Amelia Coburn for Blackpool Aquatics, Rebecca Hardy-Bishop, Victoria Orlandi, Imogen Dodds, Amber Haycock, Callie-Ann Warrington, Tia Johnson, Scarlett Humphrey, her twin sister Eliza Humphrey, and Olivia Patterson. And going out then, Callie-Ann Warrington very strongly on this first 50. Callie turning in 29.39. I think she's right on course or just on top of her season's best time. Looking very strong. And in second, Amber Haycock. Remember, it's the points that will determine the final outcome here. Callie-Ann Warrington then, looking right on top of her season's best time. Amber Haycock in second place. They are both S10 swimmers. So Callie-Ann Warrington reaches the wall in 61.72. Amber Haycock 64.36. Callie-Ann is the leader at the moment, and now you can see the positions changing. Callie-Ann is still the leader on the points. Scarlett Humphreys in silver medal position, and into the wall, Amelia Coburn gets fourth place there. So Callie-Ann Warrington is first on the points. Scarlett Humphrey is second, and Amber Haycock third. They will be our medal winners. And you'll see on our results in a moment that Callie-Ann Warrington scored 877 points. We consider 800 points to be really top level international class swimming. So 877 from Callie-Ann Warrington is incredible. The result won't be ratified until the judges have seen the goggles for our three visually impaired swimmers. They check that their goggles are completely blacked out. And once that's confirmed, then we get the results confirmed. So once that happens, we will get the results on the screen. And Callie-Ann Warrington, 877 points. You're going to see that Scarlett Humphrey got the silver medal by just 11 points ahead of Amber Haycock. And both of those swims really, really high class. 784 points and 773 points respectively, getting right up there to international standards. So that was a really top race. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. And the fourth place in terms of points, Amelia Coburn, only missing out by 4 points on the bronze medal. Right, the goggles have been checked. Here's the results. Callie-Ann Warrington, 877 points. Scarlett Humphrey, 784. Amber Haycock, 773. And look at that, Amelia Coburn, so close. Only 4 points outside the medals. So that's a great time there, 115.62. That's a PB for Amelia Coburn by a second and a half. Amber Haycock, faster than this morning. Scarlett Humphrey, 110. That was faster than this morning. Callie-Ann Warrington, also 3/4 of a second quicker than during the morning session. Now we have the women's mixed classification S14 100 meters freestyle final. 5 swimmers competing. Lane 2, Lena Crisp for Norwich Swan. Lane 6, Tilia Glynn for Knutsford Amateur. Lane 3, Sienna Oxby for Repton. Lane 5, Tara Beard for Maxwell. And lane 4, Olivia Newman-Baronius for Maxwell. Now, the reason we have a separate S14 final is because S14 is not an international individual event, so the swimmers don't usually swim individually, but there is now an S14 4x100 meters freestyle relay on the program. So this is an opportunity for these swimmers to prepare themselves for swimming twice a day, heats and final, and then getting ready to swim in a relay at the big championships. So that's why we are swimming a separate S14 final. That is what these 5 swimmers are getting an opportunity to practice here. They swam well in the heats this morning. You've seen their times from the morning swims, ranging between 61.25 for Olivia Newman-Baronius and 67.13 for Lena Crisp. Let's see if we can go even faster in the final. So we're not necessarily worried about the points here because everybody's in the same classification. The results, although we'll show the points at the end, and we're certainly looking for something above 650 to really be impressive, we know that the medals will be won by the first three to touch the wall. So our leader here is Tara Beard from Maxwell, and then Olivia Newman-Baronius turning second. Olivia has a personal best of under 60 seconds. We'd like to get close to that, but it's pretty tough to get under 60 when you go out in 29.23. It would take a really good second 50, but it does look like a strong second 50 for Olivia. Let's get as close to 60 seconds as we can here for Olivia. I think she's going past Tara Beard. It looks like Olivia's going to get the gold medal. Tara Beard the silver. And the bronze is a race between Sienna Oxby and Lena Crisp. Olivia Newman-Baronius 60.17. Tara Beard 60.65, and Sienna Oxby gets the bronze with 64.15. That was some second 50 for both of our first two swimmers there, Olivia and Tara.
Absolutely, and miles faster than their morning swims as well. Both of them nearly dipping under 60 seconds. You absolutely cannot go wrong with that.
Both over 800 points. Olivia Newman-Baronius 831, Tara Beard 811, and Sienna Oxby, that's a good time, 64.15, and reflected in the points total there. 0.13 between Sienna Oxby and Lena Crisp, and that translates to 5 points on the points scale for the classification. Well done everyone in that final. That was a great swim and a very, very impressive second 50. Our next swimmers on Paul's side will be the men's 200 metres backstroke for 13 and 14-year-olds. And we're just waiting for the start area to be clear. And here we go then. Introducing our finalists, and in lane 9, that is Nathan Austin for Elmbridge Phoenix. Lane 0, Gabriel Pereira Hill for Bexley. Lane 8, Ashton Hunter, City of Peterborough. Lane 1 is Edward Rose for Rotherham Metro. Lane 7, Rory McDonald for Guildford City. Lane 2, Joe Heather for Repton Swimming. Lane 6, Mason Trainer for City of Leicester. Lane 3, Romeo Ball for Maidstone. Lane 5, Thomas Stanimirov for Plymouth College Aquatics. And there wasn't much between our fastest two qualifiers in the heats. Our fastest qualifier, Tobias Anderson for City of Norwich. They were 0.31 of a second apart in the heats, Tobias and Thomas. And Thomas can go even quicker. He's got a PB of 2:15.35. Tobias Anderson tends to swim better in the second half of the race. And Romeo Ball, we've seen him in several finals this week. He won gold in 400 IM, silver in 400 free and 1500 free. He also tends to swim better in the second half of the races. It's the men's 13-14 years 200 metres backstroke final. Our swimmers in the final, Nathan Austin, Ashton Hunter, Rory McDonald, Mason Trainer, Thomas Stanimirov, Tobias Anderson, Romeo Ball, Joe Heather, Edward Rose, and Gabriel Pereira Hill. A couple of amazing starts there from lane 2, Joe Heather, and in the middle of the pool from Thomas Stanimirov and Mason Trainer.
Yeah, absolutely, and Tobias with the second, almost a second PB to qualify fastest into this afternoon's final, which is absolutely massive.
I think the turns are so interesting on the 200 back. The swimmers who can get the furthest underwater off the wall, it shows they've still got the energy, I think, to give. So I'm always looking for that signal as who's still got enough in the lungs to keep going, and at the moment going really well is Mason Trainer in lane 6.
Yeah, absolutely. As you mentioned, I think what's interesting with backstroke is you have the flutter kick with the stroke itself, but when they transition to that underwater phase, obviously it's back dolphin leg kick. So you might see some of them tie up towards the end in terms of leg kick, but yeah, very, very impressive so far.
Mason Trainer out in front, over a second ahead of Thomas Stanimirov, but Thomas had one of those big turns. He had the dolphin kick underwater. So it's Mason Trainer, then Thomas Stanimirov, and then Rory McDonald's. Mason Trainer has a PB of 217.74, and he is blitzing this. 138.44 at the turn. I think he could go 212, and his PB is 217.
I think we're in for a massive PB here for sure. He just looks so powerful. There's not much of a leg kick there, but the arm drive is really powerful, and it just looks like he's catching so much water.
Romeo Ball's coming through very strongly in lane 3, looking like he might get the silver, and Thomas Stanimirov finishing strongly. But Mason Trainer, remember, his PB is 217.74 and it's 213.39. Romeo Ball gets the silver in 214.63, and that's a PB by over 2 seconds. And Thomas Stanimirov gets the bronze medal.
Well, sometimes a big swim like that requires some confidence, and Mason definitely had a lot of confidence going out that fast and managed to hold on, and it paid off.
213.39. You don't get many huge PBs like that in your career. Mason is a 13-year swimmer as well. He's a year younger than everyone else in that final. So that is really, really impressive. It's his second medal of the week. He got a bronze in the 100 metres backstroke. But he is definitely a 200 metres backstroker, judging by that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he came back for some revenge after the 100 backstroke. He clearly wanted that gold medal, and he's got it.
Yep, Thomas Stanimirov was the gold medal winner from their 100 metre final. Here come the finalists for men's 15 years 200 metres backstroke. Lane 9, Aidan Moran for City of Sunderland. Where is Aidan? Come on, Aidan. I'm sure you want to swim in the final. No, he's not there, so I don't think he's going to swim. Lane 0 is Finley Byrne for City of Liverpool. Lane 8, Archie Maguire for City of Sunderland. Lane 1, Joseph Bale for Mount Kelly. Lane 7, Harry Osborne for City of Sheffield Swim Squad. Lane 2, Oscar Earthroll, City of Brighton and Hove. Lane 6, Julian Okoye for Delting Dolphins. Lane 3, Xavier Zurban for Biggleswade. Lane 5, Elijah Dunn for Swindon Dolphin. And in lane 4, Mason Amiri for Whitney and District. And Mason's real strength is the second half of the race. He swam 2:08.6 in the heats. That was a massive PB at the time. So he is in absolutely top form. Elijah Dunn also right up with a PB in the heats, 2:09.03. Xavier Zurban swam 2:10. These swimmers had massive PBs in the heats. And with the adrenaline pumping, the extra preparation, could they possibly go even faster now? It's the men's 15 years, 200 metres backstroke final. So no lane 9. It's Archie Maguire in 8, Harry Osborne, Julian Ockroy, Elijah Dunn, Mason Amiri, Xavier Zerban, Oscar Earthroll, Joseph Bale, and Finley Byrne. And I think in this final, Mason Amiri in lane 4 will probably come through as the race wears on. 4 swimmers have gone out quicker than him here. Elijah Dunn, Julian Ockroy, Harry Osborne, and Archie Maguire. So Mason Amiri turning in 5th. But don't be deceived. He doesn't look like he's going to be in this race, does he, at the moment in lane 4, Mason Amiri?
No, he doesn't. I think he needs to go to his legs a little bit more. But never say never. The race isn't over until it's over. I think hopefully, like you say, he's got a stronger back end, but it's gonna require a lot of work. I think
I just detected a change of gear for Mason Amiri there. About 10 metres from the end of the pool, that's his signal, and he's picked it up a little bit. Mason turning in 6th there. So bear that in mind. 6th at halfway, Mason Amiri in lane 4. Our leader then, Elijah Dunn, looking brilliant. Really looking brilliant. Look at that stroke.
Yeah, very, very strong from Elijah.
And Harry Osborne in lane 7 is in 2nd at the moment. Elijah Dunn at the 150-metre turn, way out in front, 134.33. In the heats, he swam 2:09. I think we could be going 2:08 here or even quicker. Elijah Dunn looking absolutely brilliant. Mason Amiri now is up to 4th and he's charging through the field in lane 4, finishing strongly. He's not out of it yet, but he won't get the gold medal. That's going to be Elijah Dunn in lane 5. His PB set this morning, 2:09.03. What's he going to do here? 2:06.8. Silver for Julian Ockroy and bronze for Harry Osborne. Mason Amiri didn't quite get there for a medal. What a swim again. The swimmers keep delivering over and over again in these finals.
Lots of big PBs from the lads this afternoon.
It's amazing. The adrenaline must be pumping. There's a bit of extra preparation. How else do you explain such an enormous leap forward in the final?
It's just the Ponds Forge effect, I think. Being in Sheffield, there's clearly something in the water.
It's these 9 swimmers.
Clearly.
Elijah Dunn with the gold, then Julian Ockroy with the silver. Harry Osborne gets the bronze. And that was very, very impressive. Men's 16 years, 200 metres backstroke finalists now. Here they come. Lane 9, Harry Robinson for Reeds. Lane 0, Dominic Bartoletti for Repton. Lane 8, Lucas Christie for Kingston upon Hull. Lane 1, Benjamin Pedergill for Camden Swiss Cottage. Lane 7, Dylan Hill for Kingston upon Hull. Lane 2, Blake Herdman for Inverclyde. Lane 6, Nikolai Sisnet for City of Glasgow. Lane 3, Peter Artemenkov for Crawley. Lane 5, Stan Sawyer for York City Baths. And lane 4, Zander Tovey for Millfields. Our fastest 2 qualifiers swam 2:08 in the heats. But we have a swimmer here, Zander Tovey, who's got a PB of 2:05. So Zander Tovey, who tends to be quicker over the second 50, that's his real strength. Stan Sawyer in 5, he goes out fast. In 4 and 3, Zander Tovey and Peter Artemenkov, they are the swimmers who will be strong in the second half. And according to the way they swam this morning, they are in pole position for the medals. Don't count out Nikolai Sisnet, 2:09.95 in the heats. And he has a PB of 2:07. So the middle of the pool is going to be very interesting here then. Lane 6, Sisnet. Lane 5, Sawyer. Lane 4, Tovey. And lane 3, Artemenkov. It's the men's 16 years, 200 metres backstroke final. Our finalists, Harry Robinson, Lucas Christie, Dylan Hill, Nikolai Sisnet, Stan Sawyer, Zander Tovey, Peter Artemenkov, Blake Herdman, Benjamin Pedergil and Dominic Bartoletti. And straight away, Stan Sawyer, who we know starts fast, in 5 up there with Zander Tovey.
I think it's interesting as well, Zander Tovey already winning the 50 and the 100 back as well, going for the triple tonight.
That would be some achievement, wouldn't it? Getting
Absolutely.
3 gold medals in the championships. It doesn't happen often.
It takes a lot to win the 50, the 100 and the 200. Very talented swimmer, clearly. So he'll be looking to get the job done tonight.
So that's Zander Tovey, who's just ahead of Stan Sawyer in lane 4 in the white cap. Third at the moment, Nikolai Sisnets. And then fourth in lane 0, Dominic Bartoletti. Having a great outside lane swim there in 0. He's got a lane, he's got a chance, and he's going to try and take it. Zander Tovey then leading by 0.37 at that turn from Stan Sawyer. And this is where Zander Tovey tends to start pulling away.
This third 50 is really important in a 200. Just make sure none of these boys switch off. You know, go to the legs if needed. Everything is going to be burning at this stage, and it's just about holding on, not making sure you go too easy on that third 50. Don't relax into that pain too much, and just keep fighting.
Zander Tovey's increased his lead. Look at those splits. He's 1.25 seconds up. He's got a PB of 2:05.55. That's in danger. 2:05.55. Zander Tovey turning on the taps now. Into the last 10, he's giving it everything. Into the last 5 then, 2:05.55 to PB. He smashes that, 2:03.40. Stan Sawyer, 2:05.64. That's a massive PB. And the bronze medal, Nikolai Sisnet, 2:07.58. There's the winner, Zander Tovey. Another brilliant swim, and he's done the treble.
I think someone's happy with that result, and so he should. Hopefully his parents are going to take him out for a pizza and a fizzy drink tonight to celebrate.
Even if he's got heats tomorrow.
Even if he's got heats tomorrow, I think he deserves it after doing that triple. That is very, very impressive.
You've got to swim those 3 races in 3 different ways. It's not just about raw speed. There needs to be a strategy, and there's a different strategy for all 3.
Completely different. Every single time, the 50 is so different from the 100, and the 100 is so different from the 2. And to do the triple across all 3 of those is something very special.
It's a real pleasure to have Josh Gammon with us here, giving us his insight into these swims. And we are seeing some great performances. Here come the finalists for the men's 17-18 years 200 metres backstroke final. Lane 9, Thomas Ruben for Mount Kelly. Lane 0, Zach Sheriff for Wickham District. Lane 8 is Joseph Box for City of Birmingham. Lane 1, Jack Arnold for Mount Kelly. Lane 7, Ross Edwards for City of Cardiff. Lane 2, Aidan Orpin for Sutton and Cheam. Lane 6, Martin Molnar for City of Cambridge. Lane 3, Finley Bruce for Perth City. Lane 5, Jenton Owen for City of Sheffield Swim Squads. And our fastest qualifier for the final for Chesterfield in lane 4, Carlos Sierra Filgas. Remember, we have the same number of 17-year swimmers and 18 swimmers as we do for the other age groups. So it's almost twice as hard to qualify for the final. These are the fastest 10 across the 17s and the 18s. So it's a massive achievement to be in this final for all of these swimmers. And that's before we start talking about the medals. And when it comes to the medals, there wasn't much between these swimmers in the heats. Carlos Sierra Vilgas, yes, 2:05.13, but only 1.5 seconds between the rest. So this could be a really close finish involving lots of these swimmers. It's the final of the men's 17-18 years 200 metres backstroke. In the final, it's Ruben Thomas, Joseph Box, Ross Edwards, Martin Molnar, Jensen Owen, Carlos Sierra Vilgas, Finley Bruce, Aidan Orpin, Jack Arnold and Zach Sheriff. And Josh Gammon, let me tell you, our fastest qualifier here, Carlos Sierra Vilgas, was the 14th fastest entry. So wasn't even necessarily expected to qualify for the final. And here he is in lane 4.
That is absolutely insane. There's going to be no weight on this man's shoulder. He's come in with very little expectation, 14th, hoping to get a spot in the final, and now he's here, fastest entry. I think he's going to be probably the lightest swimmer in the pool right now, so anything that happens is going to be a bonus for him.
Well, he turned quite a long way down the field here, but look at his arms. He's really throwing them back in lane 4. He's got the most powerful stroke throwing those arms back, and he's coming right up among the leaders now at halfway.
Yeah, here he comes.
Up to second then. His 50 time there, 31.09. The quickest of anyone in the pool. The second fastest was Ross Edwards, the leader, in lane 7.
As you mentioned, it all comes down to the tactics, how differently he's swimming it. I'd say he probably could have maybe given it a bit more off that first 50, but as a result of taking it a little bit easier on the first 50, maybe he has a little bit more energy than everyone else. And you see there's those 3 boys now just coming into the turn. Joint, it's going to be a close finish for sure.
Between first and third, it's 0.07 at that turn. Look at that, 0.07. Sierra Vilgas is in there, but so too in lane 2.
There's Aidan
Orpin.
He had a very strong last wall underwater. I think that's just pulled him ahead, and I think that might have given him the edge here.
Jensen Owen's going well in 5 as well. It's Owen in 5, Sierra Vilgas in 4, and Aidan Orpin in 2. Who's going to get the touch? It's Sierra Vilgas, 2:03.43. Nearly 2 seconds faster than his new PB in the heats. Wow. 2:03.43. Second, Jensen Owen, also with a massive personal best. And then in third, Aidan Orpin. And Aidan didn't miss out by much. Look at that, under 0.2 of a second between the gold and the bronze. And Ross Edwards only just missing out on a bronze himself.
Another 5-second PB, which is just insane. Watching these boys swim is absolutely mind-blowing. As you get further towards the top, it's people are celebrating 0.1 PBs, and to see these 5-second PBs is extremely impressive.
How do they do it? I have to ask myself. It's incredible. Right, men's 19 years and over 200 metres backstroke final. Lane 9 is Lewis Maxwell for Derwentshire and Gateshead. Lane 0, Dominic Simpson for Loughborough University. Lane 8, Dominic Morgan for Swansea University. Lane 1, Jamie Gray for University of Bath. Lane 7, Oscar Barlow for Swansea University. Lane 2, Oliver Cunningham for Loughborough University. Lane 6, Benjamin Cross for City of Sheffield. Lane 3, Jordan McPhail for Edinburgh University. Lane 5, Fergus Thompson for University of Aberdeen Performance. And in lane 4, Toby Godsell for Bath Performance Centre. Toby's got a PB of 6/100ths of a second under 2 minutes. So I wonder if we might get a sub 2 minute swim in this final. Am I putting too much pressure on Toby by mentioning that?
No, absolutely not. I think he's had a busy summer so far. I don't think sub 2 minutes is unrealistic, but it's going to he's going to really have to lock in here and really get a move on.
So this is the final then of the men's 19 years and over 200 metres backstroke. It is going to be fast, and we're going to get very, very close to 2 minutes. The finalists are Lewis Maxwell, Dominic Morgan, Oscar Barlow, Benjamin Cross, Fergus Thompson, Toby Godsill, Jordan McPhail, Oliver Cunningham, Jamie Gray, and Dominic Simpson.
It's going to be a very interesting race. Very good underwaters by all 10 of these boys. You can tell they've been practicing this in training. Got Lewis Maxwell out in lane number 9, who used to be my old training partner back in my University of Bath days, and Toby Godsill in lane 4, who I currently train with. Yeah, I think he's going to be oozing with confidence. He was just out in the Netherlands racing for GB, swam really well out there, so I think he's going to be he's not going to be lacking any confidence whatsoever. So we're looking for a good swim, and he's out very fast as well.
Well, he's over a body length up. Obviously, he needs to be well under 60 seconds to give himself a chance at that 159. So it's 57.86. So he wants to come back in 62 seconds to get a personal best. That's a possibility.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely not impossible, but he's got to get a move on for sure. I think he needs to definitely go to his legs. The leg kick looks quite low, and hips look quite low, and the leg kicks seem to be struggling a little bit. But you know, if anyone's going to pull it through, Toby's going to be able to do it. So he's just got to get his head down, not literally, but swim a little bit quicker, and hopefully he'll be looking forward to that sub 2.
Oscar Barlow's not far behind, and Oscar Barlow's PB is 2:01, so he's in that range. And in third place now, coming through strongly, Fergus Thompson. So let's see, how close can we get to 2 minutes here for Toby Godsill into the last 15. And he's still got those feet low in the water. It's going to be Godsill.
He's looking very strong. Come on, Toby. Oh, brilliant.
1:59.33. A new lifetime best, and he does get under 2 minutes.
Absolutely brilliant. Like we said, he turned at 100, and we said it was possible, and he's gone and done it. To bounce off from Dutch only a few weeks ago now is very impressive. So I'm sure he'll be absolutely over the moon with that.
So the gold medal for Toby Godsill. Silver medal was won there by Oscar Barlow in a PB 2:00.36. Fergus Thompson gets the bronze. Josh Cameron, it's been a pleasure to have you with us here. I know you're going to leave us now, but thank you so much. Good luck in the European Championships. And just very briefly, tell us what you've thought of the swimming you've seen so far in the finals tonight.
Well, firstly, thank you so much for having me. And honestly, it's been great. You know, seeing these young boys and young girls coming through, it really gives me confidence that we're going to be having, you know, some incredible young swimmers coming through the ranks and challenging for our positions.
You'll be training with them very soon, I'm sure of it. Good luck. We'll all be watching you in the European Championships in Paris, and I hope your preparation goes really well. Thanks for joining us. We are going down to the poolside now for medals presentations.
The medals will be presented by Pondsforge Operations Manager Emmanuel Minea and Pondsforge Duty Manager Amy Parnell. Bronze medalist representing Guildford City, Maddie Markle. Silver medalist representing Repton, Molly McGinley. Gold medalist and next gen champion representing Camden Swiss Cottage, Rin Mayo. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the women's 15 years, 100 meters freestyle. Bronze medalist representing the city of Salford, Viana Sifi. Silver medalist representing Guildford City, Heidi Corbett. Gold medalist and next-gen champion, representing Guildford City, Poppy McCready. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the women's 16 years, 100 meters freestyle. Bronze medalist, representing Repton, Kate Schillinger. Silver medalist, representing the City of Manchester Aquatics, Kerry Sullivan. Gold medalist and next-gen champion, representing Harrogate, Amelia Wright. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the women's 17-18 years, 100 meters freestyle. Bronze medalist, representing Wickham District, Annabelle Compton. Silver medalist, representing the City of Sheffield, Phoebe Cooper. Gold medalist and next-gen champion, representing the City of Brighton and Hove, Hannah Capron. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the women's 19 years and over, 100 meters freestyle. Bronze medalist, representing the University of Bath, Jessica Podger. Silver medalist, representing the University of Birmingham, Isabella Acaro. Gold medalist and next-gen champion, representing Mount Kelly, Sky Carter. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the women's multi-classification 100 meters freestyle. Bronze medalist, representing Northampton, Amber Haycock. Silver medalist, representing Loughborough University, Scarlett Humphrey. Gold medalist and next-gen champion, representing Hackney Anaconda, Callie-Ann Warrington. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the women's multi-classification S14 100 meters freestyle. Bronze medalist, representing Repton, Sienna Oxby. Silver medalist, representing Maxwell, Tara Beard. Gold medalist and Next Gen champion, representing Maxwell, Olivia Newman-Baronius. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists.
Back to the pool then, and here come the swimmers for the women's 13-14 years 400 metres individual medley final. In lane 9, it's Grace Taylor for Alfred Otters. Lane 0, Martha Rickard for Bromley. Lane 8, Grace O'Hara for City of Leeds. Lane 1, Matilda Wilson for Morpeth. Lane 7, Annie Folkus for Morpeth. Lane 2, Anna Collins for Guildford City. Lane 6, Isla Coletta for Repton. Lane 3, Jessica Stafford for Wickham District. Lane 5, Minnie Wilkinson for Wickham District. And lane 4, Emily England Hall for City of Leeds. Emily England Hall is going for her 4th gold medal of the week. She's won the 1500 free, 400 free and 200 IM. Her strengths are the breaststroke and freestyle, the second half of the race. Anna Collins in lane 2 is the fly specialist, I would say, among these swimmers. She's only a 13-year swimmer and she hasn't had her birthday yet this year, so she's actually 12 years old and she could lead this final in the first 100. It's the women's 13-14 years 400 metres individual medley final. The finalists are Grace Taylor, Grace O'Hara, Annie Folkus, Isla Coletta, Minnie Wilkinson, Emily England Hall, Jessica Stafford, Anna Collins, Matilda Wilson and Martha Rickard. And in the middle of the pool, Minnie Wilkinson and Emily England Hall have got out much quicker than they did in the heats this morning. And in third at the turn, it looks like Isla Coletta and then Anna Collins. Collins actually 5th at the turn, just touched out there by Matilda Wilson. England Hall then and Minnie Wilkinson. Minnie Wilkinson won the silver in the 200 metres IM behind Emily. And Isla Coletta in lane 6 won the bronze medal in the 200 IM. So England Hall turning first, 65.80. And then it's Wilkinson in 5. Now, Isla Coletta's the backstroke specialist. She's in 6. She turned in 3rd place there. Isla Coletta moving up, I would say, on Minnie Wilkinson. And how is Emily England Hall comparing with Isla Coletta? Is she maintaining that lead? Coletta moving up now, level with Minnie Wilkinson. And it's England Hall 145.61. Coletta turning second then, so she did get ahead of Minnie Wilkinson. And Coletta could get into first place on the back to breast turn. There's a chance that will happen. In 4th place, going well, Anna Collins. 3 lanes from the bottom of the screen. Remember, Anna is still 12 years old, hasn't had her 13th birthday yet. In 7 and 8, Annie Folkus and Grace O'Hara are in 5th and 6th places. Emily England Hall is actually turning first ahead of Coletta, and it's going to be very difficult now for anyone to catch Emily because She swam the breaststroke so well in the heats. This is where she really starts to get away. I think for anyone else to have a chance, they needed to beat her to breaststroke. And it didn't happen, so Emily England Hall could well extend her lead now over breast and freestyle. This is where Emily England Hall really comes into her own. Grace O'Hara swimming well on this breaststroke. Grace would be the best breaststroker in this field. She won the bronze in the 100 breast and the 200 breast. So Grace turning fourth. She may yet get up close to third over the next 50 metres. Then it's Grace O'Hara. After Grace O'Hara, Matilda Wilson, Anna Collins, Annie Fulkus, Jessica Stafford, Grace Taylor and Martha Rickard. That's the order. Emily England Hall. When we get to freestyle, this is when she really is at her best. Minnie Wilkinson strong on the freestyle, but this is going to be a huge gap to overcome. Grace O'Hara coming up and challenging for third place now. So the medals are not settled yet. Emily England Hall turning first, 3:49.5, followed by Minnie Wilkinson. And then Isla Coletta, just 6/100ths ahead of Grace O'Hara. Then it was Matilda Wilson, Annie Fulkus, Anna Collins, Martha Rickard, Jessica Stafford and Grace Taylor at the turn. Nobody will catch Emily England Hall now. She's on her way to her fourth gold medal of these Next Gen Championships. 4:23.3 at the turn. She is going to get under 5 minutes. Her PB, 4:56.56. It's going to be a fourth gold medal of the championships for Emily England Hall. Watch the clock then. 4:56.56 would be a PB. Into the final five she goes. And it's 4:55.71, lifetime best time. Minnie Wilkinson in 5:02.14, that's a PB. And Isla Coletta 5:06.37, personal best as well. Grace O'Hara 5:09.68, that's a PB in the final. Matilda Wilson 5:10.02, PB in the final. Annie Fulkus 5:13.12, that's a PB in the final. So that's our first six swimmers there finishing in personal best times. Anna Collins 5:13.85, just half a second slower than she swam this morning. So some brilliant swims there. Well done to everybody. Here come our finalists for the women's 15 years 400 metres individual medley. In lane 9, it's Ava Smith for Gary. Lane 0, Abby Coventry for Morpeth. Lane 8, Olivia Quiller for Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. Lane 1, Rosie Grosvenor for City of Birmingham. Lane 7, Lucy Raper for Morpeth. Lane 2, Amaya Waters for Harrogate District. Lane 6, Millie Searle for Gary. Lane 3, Lydia Shipley for Middlesbrough. Lane 5, Matilda Boyce for Bracknell and Wokingham. And lane 4, fastest qualifier for Portsmouth North Sea, Rose O'Brien. Well, Rose O'Brien and Matilda Boyce were the outstanding swimmers in the heats. Rose O'Brien in 4 already has a bronze medal in 200 metres individual medley this week and 200 fly. So she will be expected to start fast. In the heats on the fly, Lydia Shipley was the outstanding fly swimmer. She is in lane 3. It's the final of the women's 15 years 400 metres individual medley. The finalists are Ava Smith, Olivia Quiller, Lucy Raper, Millie Searle, Matilda Boyce, Rose O'Brien, Lydia Shipley, Amaya Waters, Rosie Grosvenor and Abby Coventry. And Lydia Shipley is out fast on the fly. So Lydia Shipley giving herself the maximum advantage over this first 50. Look at this, a body length ahead. She's ran 31.24 in the heats for the first 50, and she's 3/4 of a second quicker than that. Everybody else also going quicker than they swam at the start of their heat swim. So Lydia Shipley, the butterfly specialist in this field, and she's also one of the strongest two freestylers, I would say. So she's in for a good finish to this 400 as well. So she wants to get herself as high up the field as she can at this point, turning in 66.98. That is 1 1/4 seconds faster than she swam the first 100 in the heats. Rose O'Brien, a similar improvement on her heat time. Now Rose O'Brien on backstroke and Matilda Boyce in 4 and 5. They're the strong backstroke swimmers here. So no surprise that O'Brien now is up into the lead. And Matilda Boyce will probably get up into the top 2 before the backstroke is finished. Halfway through the backstroke then, it's O'Brien, Shipley and then Boyce. 4th Millie Searle, 5th Lucy Raper, then it's Rosie Grosvenor, Abby Coventry, Ava Smith, Olivia Quiller and Amaya Waters. And with 25 metres left to swim, Lydia Shipley is still in second place behind Rose O'Brien. At the next turn we go to breaststroke, and the strongest breaststroke swimmers here are in lanes 6 and 8, Millie Searle and Olivia Quiller. Certainly Millie Searle is in striking distance as we turn from back to breast. So Millie Searle turning 5th there, and let's see how she can close the gap. Millie Searle 5th at the turn. Our leader is Rose O'Brien. And Rose has a very strong freestyle. If she turns first to freestyle, I think it will be difficult for anyone to catch her. Now coming up, Matilda Boyce on the breaststroke in lane 5, but Millie Searle in 6. Look, she's getting right up now among the medal swimmers. So Millie Searle in 6th is in 4th place. And we turn now into the second half of breaststroke, and Searle is only half a second behind Boyce. And also Olivia Quiller in 8 is getting up there. Olivia Quiller really needs to be up with everybody, because I would say Olivia probably in this final is the 10th fastest on freestyle. So she needs to be right up there, and Olivia Quiller now is getting right up there. She is in either 2nd or 3rd. They're closing in now on Rose O'Brien. Rose has got an excellent freestyle, so too Lydia Shipley in 3, and Olivia Quiller is going to be right up there at this turn from breast to freestyle. It's O'Brien, then Quiller, then Boyce and Searle. But crucially, O'Brien turns first, and she probably is the fastest freestyle swimmer here. Lydia Shipley was 5th, and she's got a great finish on freestyle. She's not out of the medals here. In fact, she's now up into the leading 3. She might even be 2nd. Rose O'Brien on freestyle and Lydia Shipley. These are probably the strongest finishers, the closest swimmers to us in this leading group. Shipley's up into 2nd. So it's O'Brien and Shipley, and they're going to be in for a battle royale on this final 50. I don't think anyone can catch them. They're the fastest freestyle swimmers here. So it looks like Matilda Boyce is swimming for bronze. But who is going to get the gold? Lydia Shipley right on the shoulder now with Rose O'Brien. Lydia Shipley won the 200 fly. She got a bronze in 800 freestyle. And it's Lydia Shipley now getting into the lead. It's Shipley and O'Brien into the last 5. This is not over yet. O'Brien fighting back. Alice O'Brien, 4:59.51. Ahead of Lydia Shipley, 4:59.74. And then Matilda Boyce, 5:02.41. O'Brien and Shipley, first swim under 5 minutes for Shipley. Rose O'Brien swimming 5 seconds quicker than she swam in the heats. So 0.23 between the gold and silver medal winners. Matilda Boyce gets the bronze in 5:02.41. Olivia Quiller getting the fourth place in 5:05.55, holding off Millie Searle, and that means Olivia Quiller had a brilliant final 100 of freestyle. She got herself right up there into second after breaststroke, and she's done very well to hold on there for fourth place, I would say. Here come the finalists for women's 16 years 400 metres individual medley. In lane 0, Alice Harper for Millfield. Lane 8, Eve Hibbert for City of Sheffield. Lane 1, Emma Tooley for City of Milton Keynes. Lane 7, Erin Perman, Exeter City. Lane 2, Olivia Robbins for City of Birmingham. Lane 6, Joanne Andrews for Ellesmere College Swimming Academy. Lane 3, Jasmine Hall for Basildon and Phoenix. Lane 5, Amelia Fenner for Basildon and Phoenix. And in lane 4, Lois Child for Harrogate District. Look at those qualifying times. The fastest 3 qualifiers for this final were only separated by 0.35 of a second in the heats. Amelia Fenner in 5 is the strongest butterfly swimmer here. She got a silver in the 200 fly. Expect her to go out fast, and she'll finish fast as well on the freestyle. It's the women's 16 years 400 metres individual medley final. The swimmers are Eve Hibbert, Erin Perman, Joanne Andrews, Amelia Fenner, Lois Child, Jasmine Hall, Olivia Robbins, Emma Tooley and Alice Harper. Amelia Fenner in 5 would be expected to go out fast here on the butterfly. And I would say she is now just moving into the leads. Amelia has the fast fly and the fast free. She turns first in 30.29. And Lois Childs, almost a second quicker over the first 50 than she was in the heats. Lois's strength tends to be the breaststroke and the freestyle on the IM. So Amelia Fenner leading, but Lois Childs staying with her, and there won't be much to choose after 100 metres between them. Fenner just ahead by 0.13 of a second. On to backstroke now. And I would say that in 6 and 7, Joanne Andrews and Erin Perman may move up the field now. 6 and 7 on backstroke, have a chance to get back into this on the next 100 metres. Lois Child is the strongest over breaststroke and freestyle. So if she turns from back to breast in first place, I think it's very difficult for anyone to catch her. Amelia Fenner maybe on the freestyle, could come back. It's Lois Child leading, then Jasmine Hall, Amelia Fenner, Joanne Andrews up to 4th now, Olivia Robbins dropping to 5th, then Erin Perman, Eve Hibbert, Alice Harper and Emma Tooley. I think Erin Perman could get up another place over the next 50 metres as well. Our leading 2 are Lois Child and Jasmine Hall. But if Lois Child turns first here, I think it's very difficult for anyone to catch her, but maybe Jasmine Hall can as we go to breaststroke. Olivia Robbins in lane 2 is a strong breaststroke as well, turning now in 6th place. So Olivia Robbins 6th there. but she'll be fighting to get up possibly into the top 4 over the next 100 metres. So it's Lois Child and then Jasmine Hall. Lois Child, the strong breaststroke and freestyle swimmer of this group. Emma Tooley in lane 1, also swimming strongly on the breaststroke, out of shots. So 3 lengths left. It's Lois Child, followed by Jasmine Hall. And third at the turn is Joanne Andrews, but Olivia Robbins is up to 4th now. So Olivia Robbins, and I think after the turn, Olivia Robbins is up to 3rd. So Olivia Robbins now, the strong breaststroker in this field. She was the gold medalist on 200 breaststroke, up to 3rd. So I think it's going to be a tussle between Olivia Robbins and Joanne Andrews for the bronze. Amelia Fenner looks too far behind. She's a very strong freestyler, but I don't think she can make up that gap. Lois Child strong on the freestyle, and she's got a lead of 1.52 seconds. Then it's Olivia Robbins in 3rd and Joanne Andrews. That's going to be a real fight for bronze. Joanne Andrews could come back, but Olivia Robbins looking strong at the moment. Don't count out Amelia Fenner just yet. She is a strong freestyler. Lois Child leading the way. And Lois has a PB of 4:53.32. She is going to beat that. Jasmine Hall has a PB of 4:56.42. She may beat that as well. Olivia Robbins is finishing very strongly. And Olivia Robbins, I think, is going to get the bronze. Lois Child, she won the 200 metres individual medley, and she's going to make it 2 individual medley gold medals at these championships. The PB, 4:53.32. She's going to beat it. 4:53.07. Jasmine Hall, 4:55.45. That's a PB. Olivia Robbins, 4:57.59. Great swim. Joanne Andrews, 4:59.24. That's her first ever swim under 5 minutes. Brilliant. Amelia Fenner finishes 5th. Alice Harper, 5:08. Swimming faster than she did in the heats. So Lois Child taking the gold medal and adding it to the 200 metres individual medley she won earlier in the week. 4:53.07. A new PB. Jasmine Hall, 4:55.45. That's a PB. Olivia Robbins, 4:57.59. That's a great time. And Joanne Andrews, 4:59.24. First ever swim under 5 minutes. Here come the finalists for the women's 17-18 years 400 metres individual medley. In lane 9, Ivy Haggerty for Thanet. Lane 0, Millie Threlfall for City of Leeds. Lane 8, Hazel Ann Carter for Wickham District. Lane 1, Alice Forrest for Derwentshire and Gateshead. Lane 7, Petra Varga for Wirral Metro. Lane 2, Summer Everson for Watford. Lane 6, Martina Karabach for Camden Swiss Cottage. Lane 3, Katie Lee for City of Salford. Lane 5, Abby Roscoe for Wirral Metro. And lane 4, Holly Hopwood for Guildford City. In the heats, we have 3 swimmers under 5 minutes. Holly Hopwood, Abby Roscoe, and Katie Lee. Holly Hopwood is the strongest in the second half of this race, I would say. Abby Roscoe, probably the strong butterfly swimmer among these 10. She got the silver medal in the 200 flyer, Abby Roscoe. And Abby has also won 2 gold medals already this week, 400 free, 3 gold medals, 400, 800 and 1500 free. It's the women's 17-18 years, 400 metres individual medley final. Our finalists are Ivy Haggerty, Hazel Ann Carter, Petra Varga, Martina Karabach, Abby Roscoe. Holly Hopwood has gone out very fast on butterfly here. Didn't expect that. Then it's Katie Lee, Summer Everson, Alice Forrest, and Millie Threlfall. Holly Hopwood then deciding she needs to get out ahead of the competition. I was expecting Abby Roscoe to be the lead after 50 fly, but she is in fourth there. So our leader, Holly Hopwood, then Katie Lee. And now coming through, Abby Roscoe. And Abby may well be first to the fly to back turn. This is a great second 50 from Abby Roscoe. So Abby comes through, and from fourth to first, she turns to backstroke. Our strongest backstroker here is in lane 6, turning fifth there, Martina Karabach. And Martina wasn't far off second, actually, at that turn. So lane 6, Martina Karabach, and now she goes into first place. And everybody else trying to stay with her, I would say. Petra Varga in 7, going well, and so too Katie Lee, City of Salford. Karabach building a lead then. Remember, she turned in fourth place into backstroke, but now she's in the lead. 1:42.36 at that turn. So it's Karabach and then Lee. Third now is Petra Varga, and then it's Abby Roscoe and Holly Hopwood. Now, Holly Hopwood in lane 4 is the strongest in the second half of this race. She'll be brilliant on the breaststroke, but she will be turning in 7th place. So Karabach leads. Second at the turn, Katie Lee. Third, Petra Varga. And then it's Abby Roscoe, Summer Everson, and Hopwood turned in 8th place there. Holly Hopwood in 4. But this is where Holly Hopwood will come into her own. So she was 8th at the turn. She's in lane 4. And Holly Hopwood now is surging through the field. So Holly Hopwood, the silver medalist from the 200 breaststroke, coming back into contention. And Holly Hopwood is a strong freestyle swimmer as well. So remember, in lane 4, Holly Hopwood turned in 8th place at the last turn. And where is she now? She's 5th. And Abby Roscoe in the middle of the pool in lane 5 is going even quicker than Hopwood. So in 5 and 4, Roscoe and Hopwood really surging through. It's Roscoe now taking the lead. And Hopwood is up to 4th. I don't think anyone can catch Abby Roscoe on freestyle if she turns first here. I think it's very difficult. She's a great freestyle swimmer because she's won the gold on the 400, 800 and 1500 free. So this looks like a gold medal swim for me for Abby Roscoe. But Katie Lee and Petra Varga will try it, and so will Holly Hopwood, who's a good swimmer on this freestyle leg as well. Hopwood's not out of the medals from 4th place there. But surely Abby Roscoe is going to hold this advantage. Gold medalist in 400, 800 and 1500 free already this week. And Abby Roscoe is going to turn for the final time in 4:16.84. We can get under 4:50 here. We can get under 4:50 here. Abby Roscoe. And now into silver medal position. Katie Lee is being challenged by Hopwood, who I think's overtaken Varga. It's going to be a real fight for that silver medal between Lee and Hopwood. The gold medal is going to be won by Abby Roscoe. Let's get under 4:50 here. Abby Roscoe in 4:48.44. And Katie Lee gets the silver. Hopwood gets the bronze. Petra Varga finishing in 4th place. Abby Roscoe's time then, 4:48.44. And it's her 4th gold medal of the week. 400 free, 800 free, 1500 free, and 400 IM. Are there 4 harder events? I'm not sure there are. Maybe she could try and swim 200 fly next. Abby Roscoe winning in 4:48.44. And Katie Lee then 4:52. That's a good time. Well done to everyone there who swam so well in that final. Here come the swimmers for the women's 19 years and over 400 metres individual medley final. We have 7 swimmers in the final. Lane 1 is Lexi O'Connor for Basildon and Phoenix. Lane 7, Chloe Butler for Norwich Swan. Lane 2, Sophia Gledhill, University of Surrey. Lane 6, Evangeline Belts for Plymouth College Aquatics. Lane 3, Ruby Stevenson for Swansea University Swimming Team. Lane 5, Chloe Bound for University of Stirling. And lane 4, Eleanor Broughton for Stockport Metro. Well, this morning these swimmers swam between 5:01 and 5:08. I think they can all go quicker. They can all go quicker in this final. Chloe Bound and Eleanor Broughton are the strongest 2 in the middle of the pool in lanes 4 and 5. Maybe Chloe Bound and Chloe Butler in 5 and 7 could dominate the butterfly. It's the women's 19 years and over 400 metres individual medley final. So it's Chloe Butler, Evangeline Belts, Chloe Baum, Eleanor Broughton, Ruby Stevenson, Sophia Gledhill, and Lexi O'Connor. Chloe Baum, strong butterfly swimmer, leading the way. And Chloe Butler at the top of the picture, also a strong fly swimmer. So these 2, as we might expect, up there in 1st and 2nd. And then 3rd to the turn was Ruby Stevenson, followed by Eleanor Broughton, Lexi O'Connor, Evangeline Belt, and Sophia Gledhill. In lanes 4 and 3, Eleanor Broughton and Ruby Stevenson, I would say, going a little bit quicker on the flight than we might have expected. So a sign maybe that Eleanor Broughton and Ruby Stevenson are picking up the pace in this final. But it's Chloe Bound who's leading after flight, and Chloe Bound is a strong freestyle swimmer as well, so she'll be strong at the end of this final. Now Eleanor Broughton in lane 4 will come into her own, turning there in 2nd, 1.6 seconds behind. She's a strong backstroke swimmer, and Sophia Gledhill in 2, also going well on the backstroke here. And in 3, Ruby Stevenson. Eleanor Broughton, I would say the strongest of the backstroke swimmers in there. And she'll turn 2nd or 3rd. She is 2nd, and the gap is 1.65 seconds between 1st and 2nd. And Eleanor Broughton now in the 2nd 50, closing in on the leader, Chloe Bound. Eleanor Broughton in 4. Also, I would say the strongest breaststroke swimmer. So Eleanor Broughton with the strong middle part of the race. And I think she'll need to be ahead of Chloe Bound after breaststroke to really be chasing the gold medal, because Chloe Bound is the strongest freestyle swimmer in here. So here we go. In 4, Eleanor Broughton. And look at this in lane 3, Ruby Stevenson coming through on the breaststroke and leaving Eleanor Broughton behind. So maybe Ruby Stevenson can catch Chloe Bound on this breaststroke leg. Well, Ruby Stevenson looking by far the fastest breaststroker now, and really catching up with every stroke. So Bound turns first, and the gap is 2 seconds between Bound and Stevenson. Then it's Eleanor Broughton, Sophia Gledhill, Chloe Butler, Lexi O'Connor, Evangeline Belt. Chloe Bound really wants to turn first into freestyle. I don't think anyone will catch her once she gets onto that freestyle. Ruby Stevenson in second place then, followed by Eleanor Broughton. Chloe Bound turning into freestyle with a lead of 2 seconds from Ruby Stevenson. And I would expect actually Chloe Bound to extend this lead over this next 50 metres rather than for anyone to get closer. So that's the challenge for Ruby Stevenson. Can she cut the lead? It was 2 seconds. Can she get closer to Chloe Bound and give herself a chance in the last 50? Chloe Bound still leading. And now Eleanor Broughton is fighting back in third place. The gap between first and second at the turn was 2 seconds. Has it been closed? No, it hasn't. It's extended very, very slightly, but Ruby Stevenson has now dropped to third because Eleanor Broughton is coming through, and Eleanor Broughton might have a chance of catching Chloe Bound. No, I think Chloe Bound's done enough. I think she's going to hold off this challenge. Chloe Bound, the strongest freestyler here. I think she will hold off this challenge. It's going to be Bound and then Broughton and then Stevenson for the bronze. Into the wall we go. Chloe Bound wins in 4:58.07. Eleanor Broughton 4:59.92. That's a season's best time. Ruby Stevenson 5:02.52 gets a PB. So Chloe Bound, the winner of the gold medal. It's confirmed. Eleanor Broughton, 2 swimmers under 5 minutes then. And then Ruby Stevenson in third. Lexi O'Connor in fourth place. And that's a PB for Lexi O'Connor. Okay, we are going down to the poolside for medal presentation ceremonies.
The medal ceremony for the men's 13-14 years, 200 metres backstroke. The medals will be presented by Performance Pathway, Lead for Swimming at Aquatics GB, Ewan Dale. Bronze medalist, representing Plymouth College, Thomas Staminarov. Silver medalist, representing Maidstone, Romeo Ball. Gold medalist and next-gen champion, representing the City of Leicester, Mason Trainer. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the men's 15 years, 200 metres backstroke. Bronze medalist, representing the City of Sheffield, Harry Osborne. Silver medalist, representing Delting Dolphins, Julian Okrosh. Gold medalist and next-gen champion, representing Swindon Dolphin, Elijah Dunn. Sheffield, please give it up for your next-gen medalists. The medal ceremony for the men 16 years, 200 meters backstroke. Bronze medalist, representing the city of Glasgow, Nikolai Cisnet. Silver medalist, representing York City, Stan Sawyer. Gold medalist and next-gen champion, representing Millfield, Xander Tovey. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the men 17-18 years, 200 meters backstroke. Bronze medalist, representing Sutton Cheam, Aidan Orpin. Silver medalist, representing the city of Sheffield, Jensen Owen. Gold medalist and next-gen champion, representing Chesterfield, Carlos Sierra Vilgas. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the men's 19 years and over, 200 meters backstroke. Bronze medalist, representing the University of Aberdeen Performance, Thurgus Thompson. Silver medalist, representing Swansea University, Oscar Barlow. Gold medalist and next-gen champion, representing Bath Performance Centre, Toby Godsell. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists.
We are going back to the pool then for some 50-meter finals. So still to come then, we have the women's 50 meters freestyle and, the men's 50 meters freestyle and the women's 50 meters backstroke. So those are the finals still to come. Men's 50 free, women's 50 back. These races will be so fast. They will be the fastest races we will see this week in the men's 50 freestyle. when we get to the 19s and overs. It really will be rapid. So I hope you've enjoyed watching the swimming so far. Let me take this opportunity to tell you about the European Aquatics Championships that will be coming up very soon. They'll be available on the aquaticsgb.com website. They'll also be available on Eurovision Sport. They are live, they are free. Please take the opportunity and follow the British swimmers who will be competing there. Senior debuts at major international events for Philip Nowacki, Theodore Taylor and Amelie Smith. And Josh Gammon, who was commentating with us earlier, he'll be there swimming 50 fly, 100 fly. Also there, Alex Cahoon and Rio Dowdu. Okay, let's go down to the pool side then. Here come the finalists for the men's 15 years, 50 metres freestyle. In lane 0, it's Benjamin Palmer for Bishop Stortford. Lane 1, Brogan Smith for Glen Rothes. Lane 2, Lucas Douglas for Atlantis. Lane 3, Harry Willis for Newcastle Swim Team. Lane 4, Hayden Sanders for Bromley. Lane 5, Jaden Carter for Mount Kelly. Lane 6, Charlie Phipps for Millfield. Lane 7, Jake Battle for Repton. Lane 8, Moses Lamb for Repton. And in lane 9, Joshua Hutchinson for Woking. So, fastest qualifier for the final here, Hayden Sanders, 24.06, only 1/100th of a second quicker than Jaden Carter in lane 5. They're the two to beat, and there's no way of knowing which of them will touch the wall first. It will come down to fractions, and there should be a really close battle for the bronze. So here we go, it's the men's 15 years, 50 metres freestyle final. It's Joshua Hutchinson, Moses Lamb, Jake Battle, Charlie Phipps, Jaden Carter, Hayden Sanders, Harry Willis, Lucas Douglas, Brogan Smith and Benjamin Palmer. And it's Jaden Carter showing first, but he's got Charlie Phipps and Hayden Sanders with him. These three look like they're going to get the medals. They're all swimming quickly, but these three are swimming even quicker. It's Phipps, Carter and Sanders into the wall then. Who's going to get the touch? It's Sanders, then Carter, and the bronze goes to Jake Battle by 1/100th of a second ahead of Charlie Phipps. 0.26 separating first and fourth. The gold medal goes to Hayden Sanders in 23.93 seconds. And it's a PB, a first ever swim under 24 seconds for Hayden. Jaden Carter also under 24 seconds for the first time with a PB. Another amazing race. Now the men's 16 years, 50 metres freestyle final. And in lane 0, Nebi Sengula for Highland Swim Team. Lane 1, Samuel Andrews for Guildford City. Lane 2, Alex Holmes for Glen Rothes. In 3, Austin Manley for Repton. Lane 4, Archie Tebbett for Colchester Swimming and Water Polo. Lane 5, Nikolai Cisnet for City of Glasgow Swim Team. Lane 6 is Tarek Blook for Worcester. Lane 7, Harry Cook for Aberdeen Dolphins. Lane 8, Logan Day for Repton. And lane 9, Dimitris Tarhanovs for Millfield. 3 of these swimmers qualified in under 24 seconds. Archie Tebbett, Nikolai Cisnet, Austin Manley. The gap between the fastest qualifier, Archie Tebbett, and our 10th qualifier, Dimitris Tarhavs, was 0.51 of a second. So less than half a second covering these 10 swimmers in the heats. It's the final of the men's 16 years, 50 metres freestyle. The swimmers are Dimitris Tarhanovs, Logan Day, Harry Cook, Tarek Bluk, Nikolai Sisnet, Archie Tebbett, Austin Manley, Alex Holmes, Samuel Andrews and Nebi Sengula. And Archie Tebbett in the yellow cap in lane 4 is leading. Going well in 7 is Harry Cook. And in 5 coming through Nikolai Sisnet, and in 3 Austin Manley. Austin Manley may be leading here. Austin Manley gets the touch. 23.54 ahead of Archie Tebbett in 23.66. And then Nikolai Sisnet 23.73. We had a tie between 3 swimmers for 8th place. And it was 0.49 of a second separating 1st and 10th. Look at that. 23.54 the winning time. Austin Manley and then Archie Tebbett getting the silver. Nikolai Sisnet the bronze. Those 3 were the clear leaders there, because look at that, between 4th and 10th, 0.07 of a second. Wow. Here come the finalists for the men's 17-18 years 50 metres freestyle. In lane 0, Alessandro D'Onofrio for Mount Kelly. Lane 1, Joshua Shepherd for Thurrock. In 2, Joshua Parker for Braintree and Bocking. In 3, Samuel Sutcliffe for Ramsbottom. In 4, it's Ruben Alty for Millfields. Lane 5, Ethan Soppet-Moss for Loughborough University. Lane 6, Henry Dean for Swim Bournemouth. In 7, Alfie Price for Orkney. In 8, Lucas Mrook for Torfine Dolphins Performance. And lane 9, Samuel Hall for Guildford City. Everyone here swam under 24 seconds in the heats. The gap between the fastest qualifier, Ruben Alty, and our 10th fastest qualifier, Samuel Hall, similarly close to the one we saw in the previous heat, 0.53 separating these 10 swimmers in the heats. It's an amazing achievement to get into this final. Remember, the same number of 17-year-old swimmers and 18-year-old swimmers and 16-year-old swimmers competing here. So these 10 swimmers have beaten twice as many swimmers, really, to get to this final. It's the men's 17-18 years 50 metres freestyle. In the final, it's Samuel Hall, Lucas Mrook, Alfie Price, Henry Dean, Ethan Soppet-Moss, Ruben Alty, Samuel Sutcliffe, Joshua Parker, Joshua Shepherd and Alessandro D'Onofrio. Lane 4, Ruben Alty. Has he taken a breath? I don't think he has. Ruben Alty is leading here in lane 4. Head down. They're all fighting with him. It's Ruben Alty who's going to get the touch comfortably. 22.93 seconds. A first swim under 23 for Ruben Alty. Ethan Soppet-Moss, 23.33, 100th of a second quicker than he swam in the heats. Alfie Price gets the bronze in 23.37, and that's a PB. Samuel Sutcliffe finishing in 4th in 23.44, and just missing out on the medal then by 0.07 of a second. Here come the finalists for the men's 19 years and over 50 metres freestyle. In lane 0, it's Evan Davis for City of Cardiff. Lane 1 is Alexander Painter for Millfields. Lane 2, Aidan Simmons-Brown for Plymouth Leander. Lane 3, Alex Cahoon for Loughborough University. Lane 4, Jordan Cooley for Loughborough University. In 5, Kieran Grant for Scarborough. Lane 6, Maddox Roberts for Loughborough University. Lane 7, Jamie Ingram for City of Manchester Aquatics. Lane 8, Rio Dowdy for Mount Kelly. And lane 9, Angelo Gianni Contini for Loughborough University. This will be the fastest swimming we see all week. These 10 swimmers will be the quickest we will see here at Ponds Forge. In the heats, we had 7 swimmers under 23 seconds of these 10 finalists. So this is going to be a rapid final. And even of the swimmers who didn't get under 23 in the heats, Rio Dowdu among them, they may well do it in the final. Here we go, the men's 19 years and over 50 metres freestyle, the fastest race of the week. The finalists are Angelo Giannicontini, Rio Dowdu, Jamie Ingram, Maddox Roberts, Kieran Grant, Jordan Cooley, Alex Cahoon, Aidan Simmons-Brown, Alexander Painter and Evan Davis. And in the middle is Kieran Grant, Jordan Cooley. Alex Cahoon's going well, but it looks like it'll be Kieran Grant in lane 5 ahead of Jordan Cooley. They're 1 and 2, and Alex Cahoon gets the bronze. 21.89 seconds for the winner, Kieran Grant. And it's a first ever swim for him under 22 seconds. Jordan Cooley, 22.07. That's a PB. Alexander Cahoon, 22.42. Look at the gap between 3rd, 4th and 5th. Only 4 100ths of a second. Alex Cahoon, 22.42. It's a season's, well, not quite a season's best time because he swam 22.3 in the heats. What a brilliant race that was. And we had 7. And that was the 4th fastest time ever by a British swimmer there for Kieran Grant in 50 metres freestyle. Now we have the men's mixed classification 50 metres freestyle final. In lane 2, it's Kai Bradford for Killer Whales. In lane 3, Rowan Brennan for Basildon and Phoenix. Lane 4, Alfie Penfold for Crawley. Lane 5, Kieran Williams for Manchester Performance Centre. Lane 6, Thomas Navarro Barber for Portsmouth North Sea. Lane 7, Bjorn Sebastian Ehn for University of Stirling. Swimmers here are in para categories. In lane 4, Alfie Penfold, S13. In 5 and 3, Kieran Williams, Rowan Brennan in S10. In the other lanes, 7, 6 and 2, Bjorn Sebastian Ehn, Thomas Navarro Barber and Kai Bradford are S9 swimmers. The results of the race will be determined by the points they score. Keep that in mind. Remember, it's the points that are scored that determine the outcome of the final. So it's a sliding scale. And it all depends on your time in your classification relative to the world best time in your classification. That's how the calculation is made. If we get swimmers in this final above 800 points, that would be absolutely brilliant. The men's mixed classification 50 metres freestyle final. It's Bjorn Sebastian Ehn, Thomas Navarro Barber, Kieran Williams, Alfie Penfold, Rowan Brennan and Kai Bradford, and not much to choose between 4 of them at the starts. Kieran Williams and Kai Bradford look like they are leading, but now coming through Alfie Penfold and Rowan Brennan. These 4 closest to us are fighting for the medals, and it's Kieran Williams coming through. But remember, it's all about the point scores, and Kai Bradford gets the gold medal in lane 2. 26.96, scoring 696 points. Kieran Williams, 687, so just 9 points between first and second. And then Thomas Navarro Barber scoring 670. So only 61 points between first and fifth. And some fast swims there among those swimmers. Kai Bradford, PB, first ever swim under 27 seconds. Kieran Williams, 26.3. That's a good time, faster than in the heats. Thomas Navarro Barber, 27.31, faster than the heat swim. Rowan Brennan in fourth there, 26.76, faster than in the heats. Alfie Penfold, 27.07. And Bjorn Sebastian Ehn, 28.26 with a season's best time. Now we have the finalists for the women's 15 years, 50 metres backstroke. Lane 0, Annabelle J for Grantham. Lane 1, Yara Ghazal for Leyland Barracudas. Lane 2, Lexi Sandiford for Putteridge. Lane 3, Alana Henry for Killer Whales. Lane 4, Macy Brough for Repton. Lane 5, Poppy McCready for Guildford City. Lane 6, Lexi Mulcahy for Plymouth College Aquatics. Lane 7, Tia Sammerts for Bedford Swim Squad. In 8, Sophia McMahon for University of Aberdeen Performance. And in lane 9 for Borough of Waltham Forest Gators, Ada Yao. In the heats, Macy Brough was the only swimmer under 30 seconds. And Macy is the only one of these swimmers who has swum under 30 at any time. So for that reason, Macy Brough is the one to beat. Can anyone else get under 30? That would be a great achievement. It's the women's 15 years, 50 metres backstroke final. It's Ada Yao, Sophia McMahon, Tia Sammerts, Lexi Mulcahy, Poppy McCready, Macy Brough, Alana Henry, Lexi Sandiford, and Yara Ghazal, and Annabelle J. And going well in lane 3, Alana Henry, but now coming through Macy Brough and Poppy McCready in 4 and 5. Tia Sammerts going well in 7, but it looks like Macy Brough is going to get there. How many can we get under 30 seconds here? It's Macy Brough, 29.92. I know you can't see the times. I'll tell you, Macy Brough, 29.92 wins. Poppy McCready, 30 seconds dead, gets the silver. And a tie for bronze. Alana Henry and Lexi Mulcahy, 30.19. They'll both get bronze medals. Tia Sammerts, only 3/100ths of a second outside that bronze medal time, 30.22. So Macy Brough, 29.92 to win. Poppy McCready with a PB. Well, she actually matches the time she swam this morning, another 30-point dead, which was a PB, so an equal PB. Here come the finalists for the women's 16 years, 50 metres backstroke. In lane 0, Emma Cushion for City of Peterborough. Lane 1, Lucy Douglas for Guildford City. Lane 2, Sadie Roberts for Mount Kelly. Lane 3, Amy Jones for Leatherhead. Lane 4, Kate Schillinger for Repton. In 5, Scarlett Shepherd for Reeds. Lane 6, Lydia Caudle for Repton. Lane 7, Emily Collins for Guildford City. Lane 8, Grace Nichols for Pembrokeshire County. And lane 9 is Megan Daniel for Carradon. In the heats then, we had 4 swimmers under 30 seconds. Kate Schillinger Scarlett Shepherd, Amy Jones and Lydia Cordell. In the 6 outside lanes, if we get close to 30 seconds, they would be very good times. It's the women's 16 years, 50 metres backstroke final. The swimmers are Megan Daniel, Grace Nichols, Emily Collins, Lydia Cordell, Scarlett Shepherd, Kate Schillinger, Amy Jones, Sadie Roberts, Lucy Douglas and Emma Cushion. And in 6 and 7, Lydia Cordell and Emily Collins have started fast. Kate Schillinger coming back now in lane 4. She's already won a bronze medal in this session in the 100 freestyle. And now Scarlett Shepherd coming through as well. It's Schillinger in 4 and finishing strong in 3, Amy Jones. Schillinger gets the gold, Lydia Cordell the silver, Amy Jones the bronze. 29.16 for Kate Schillinger.
Only 18/100 of a second between them, and Amy Jones takes the bronze.
So Kate Schillinger wins it, 29.16. And then 0.06 between second, third and fourth. Lydia Cordell 29.34, Amy Jones 29.36 and Scarlett Shepherd 29.40. Here come the swimmers for the women's 17-18 years 50 metres backstroke final. In lane 0, Charlotte Gower for City of Coventry. In 1, Amber Rigg for Dumfries. In 2, Tegan Matthews for Guildford City. In 3, Fenella Woodis for Repton. In 4, Isabel Price for City of Birmingham. In 5, Raya Harrand for Tadcaster York Sports. 6 is Fionn Humphreys for Nofio Gwynedd Performance. In 7, Darcy Jackson for Tadcaster York Sports. In 8, Eve Whitney for Tilehurst. And in 9, Evelyn Hallisey for Newcastle Swim Team. In the heats, we had swimmers under 30 seconds. Fionn Humphreys, Raya Harrand, Isabel Price and Fenella Woodis. Tegan Matthews 30 dead. 3 of these swimmers tied on 30.03 in the heats. Amber Rigg in 1, Darcy Jackson in 7, Eve Whitney in 8. It's the women's 17-18 years 50 metres backstroke final. The swimmers are Evelyn Hallisey, Eve Whitney, Darcy Jackson, Fionn Humphreys, Raya Harrand, Isabel Price, Fenella Woodis, Tegan Matthews, Amber Rigg and Charlotte Gower. And Isabel Price is blasting away here in 4. It's Isabel Price. Fenella Woodis trying to stay with her. In 5, Raya Harrand might be up there, but so too might Tegan Matthews. It's going to be Isabel Price and Fenella Woodis to reach for the wall. Isabel Price 28.94 ahead of Woodis in 28.96, and Eve Whitney in lane 8 got the bronze. Eve Whitney beating Raya Harrand to the touch. A tie for 6th place there, Tegan Matthews and Fionn Humphreys. So between 3rd and 7th there was a gap of 0.11 seconds. So between Eve Whitney there and Fionn Humphreys, it's Isabel Price with the gold, Fenella Woodis with the silver, and Eve Whitney gets the bronze. And our final of the night is women's 19 years and over 50 metres backstroke. In lane 0, Gina Warrior for City of Bradford. In 1, Lily Grover for the Royal School, Wolverhampton. In 2, Laura Ann Marshman, University of Stirling. In 3, Sophie de Groots for Loughborough University. In 4, Blythe Kinsman for Mount Kelly. In 5, Neve Ward for University of Bath. In 6, Bethan Cook for City of Birmingham. In 7, Sophie Knocker, University of Birmingham. In 8, Sophie Moore for City of Cambridge. And in 9, Sky Carter for Mount Kelly. Well, in the heats, we only had 5 swimmers under 30 seconds. Blythe Kinsman went under 28.5. But we have been under 30 seconds for all of these swimmers. All of these swimmers have been under 30. They're all capable, if they put together the right race, of winning a medal. It's the women's 19 years and over 50 metres backstroke final. The swimmers are Sky Carter, Sophie Moore, Sophie Knocker, Bethan Cook, Neve Ward, Blythe Kinsman, Sophie de Groots, Laura Ann Marshman, Lily Grover and Gina Warrior. Blythe Kinsman pops up, and at 25 metres she's got a healthy lead. Going well then in 3, Sophie de Groots. Also in 0, Gina Warrior. In 5, Neve Ward and Bethan Cook. It's going to be Blythe Kinsman to win, and then Neve Ward and Sophie de Groots. And we had 7 swimmers under 30 seconds in that final. Another tie for 6th place. Blythe Kinsman winning in 28.21. She swims quicker in the final then than she did in the heat. Neve Ward, 28.91. Also faster in the final than the heats. Sophie de Groots, 29.39. Also swimming faster in the final. And Laura Ann Marshman in 29.63 finishes in 4th place. Lily Grover matching her season's best with 30.04. Sophie Moore and Sky Carter tying with 29.9 for 6th place. So both of those swimmers doing well. For Sophie Moore, 29.90 is a personal best. And look at that, between 5th and the joint 6th, only 2/100ths of a second. So very, very close. We'll have medal ceremonies coming up on poolside very soon. While we wait for that, I'll remind you again about the European Aquatics Championships that will be coming live and free from Paris to aquaticsgb.com and Eurovision Sports. It all begins on July the 31st with the diving and the artistic swimming. We'll have open water swimming from the 4th to the 8th of August. And the pool swimming is between August the 10th and the 16th. We had Josh Gammon up here commentating with us earlier. Josh will be competing. He'll be in the 50 fly and the 100 fly. We'll be getting right behind him, watching that live and free on aquaticsgb.com and Eurovision Sports. 2 other swimmers who we've seen tonight will be there. Rio Dowdu and Alex Kuhn. They've both been in the pool tonight. The Next Gen Championships are a big part of the stepping stones and the pathway to the big championships. And almost to prove that, there'll be senior debuts for the GB team for 3 swimmers who have been competing here in recent years in these championships, because Philip Nowacki, Theodora Taylor and Amelie Smith will all be swimming. Let's go down to poolside and present those medals. Here come our ceremonies.
The medal ceremony for the women's 13-14 years 400 metres individual medley. The medals will be presented by technical official Sonia Sengula. Bronze medalist, representing Repton, Ayla Coletta. Silver medalist, representing Wickham District, Minnie Wilkinson. Gold medalist and Next Gen champion, representing the City of Leeds, Emily England Hall. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the women's 15 years, 400 meters individual medley. Bronze medalist, representing Bracknell, Matilda Boyce. Silver medalist, representing Middlesbrough, Lydia Shipley. Gold medalist and Next Gen champion, representing Portsmouth North Sea, Rose O'Brien. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the women's 16 years, 400 meters individual medley. Bronze medalist, representing the City of Birmingham, Olivia Robbins. Silver medalist, representing Basildon Phoenix, Jasmine Hall. Gold medalist and Next Gen champion, representing Harrogate, Lois Giles. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the women's 17-18 years, 400 meters individual medley. Bronze medalist, representing Guildford City, Holly Hopwood. Silver medalist, representing the City of Salford, Katie Lee. Gold medalist and Next Gen champion, representing Wirral Metro, Abby Roscoe. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the women's 19 years and over, 400 meters individual medley. Bronze medalist, representing Swansea University, Ruby Stevenson. Silver medalist, representing Stockport Metro, Eleanor Broughton. Gold medalist and Next Gen champion, representing the University of Stirling, Chloe Baum. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the men's 15 years, 50 meters freestyle. Bronze medalist, representing Repton, Jake Battle. Silver medalist, representing Mount Kelly, Jaden Carter. Gold medalist and next-gen champion, representing Bromley, Hayden Sanders. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the men's 16 years, 50 meters freestyle. Bronze medalist, representing the city of Glasgow, Nikolai Cisnet. Silver medalist, representing Colchester, Archie Tebbett. Gold medalist and next-gen champion, representing Repton, Austin Manley. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the men's 17-18 years, 50 meters freestyle. Bronze medalist, representing Orkney, Alfie Price. Silver medalist, representing Loughborough University, Ethan Soppit-Moss. Gold medalist and next-gen champion, representing Millfield, Ruben Alti. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the men's 19 years and over, 50 meters freestyle. Bronze medalist, representing Loughborough University, Alex Cahoon. Silver medalist, representing Loughborough University, Jordan Cooley. Gold medalist and next-gen champion, representing Scarborough, Kieran Grant. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the men's multi-classification 50 meters freestyle. Bronze medalist, representing Portsmouth North Sea, Thomas Navarro Barber. Silver medalist, representing Manchester Performance Centre, Kieran Williams. Gold medalist and next gen champion, representing Killer Whales, Kai Bradford. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the women's 15 years, 50 meters backstroke. Joint bronze medalists, representing Killer Whales, Alana Henry. And representing Plymouth College, Lexi Mulkey. Silver medalist, representing Guildford City, Poppy McCready. Gold medalist and next gen champion, representing Repton, Macy Bruff. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the women's 16 years, 50 meters backstroke. Bronze medalist, representing Leatherhead, Amy Jones. Silver medalist, representing Repton, Lydia Caudle. Gold medalist and next gen champion, representing Repton, Kate Schillinger. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the women's 17, 18 years, 50 meters backstroke. Bronze medalist, representing Tilehurst, Eve Whitney. Silver medalist, representing Repton, Fenella Woodis. Gold medalist and next gen champion, representing the city of Birmingham, Isabel Price. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the women's 19 years and over, 50 meters backstroke. Bronze medalist, representing Loughborough University, Sophie de Groot. Silver medalist, representing the University of Bath, Neve Ward. Gold medalist and next gen champion, representing Mount Kelly, Blythe Kinsman. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists.
So thank you for watching this session of finals. We've only got one day of competition left, and that comes tomorrow, beginning at 8:45 with our next set of heats. Thanks for supporting your athletes. We hope you've enjoyed watching the competition. There were some great races tonight, and that the athletes really appreciate your support. So thank you once again. We'll see you very soon. Good night and thanks for watching.